2019 Mountain Dew GSL Super Tournament. Season 1.
We're back in the GSL Super Tournament. We've got one more best of 5. So far today, we've had 2 very long, dramatic best of 5s. And then the one that we just had wrapped up pretty quickly, and it was a crazy upset. Hurricane actually beat Rogue, of all people, 3-1.
Yeah, a good series. He played so well. Really happy for him to finally deliver on this GSL stage at an important time. Our next match here, PartinG against RagnaroK. Both these guys are pretty aggressive, if you ask me. RagnaroK can definitely sit back and play some macro. I don't know if that's actually true for PartinG. I feel like we're about to see this match go full NA.
Full NA, my friend?
Full NA.
How dare ye?
Cannon rushes, Zergling rushes, Baneling busts. You know, he's just
Immortal pushes.
Crazy Immortal pushes. I feel like we could almost make a rap song.
There's a lot of banter going on in the chat room here of the game. We're going to start this out on the map. King's Cove. See?
Ooh, new repugnancies. Set 3 for PartinG. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I would imagine this is, at least this should be one of our shorter series out of all the matches we have here. These guys are both very aggressive, very crazy. It's good to have PartinG back here in the GSL. The question is, can he ever catch up to where he was? When did he become the world champion? What was that, 2014? 2012?
2012.
Wow, okay.
We have 4 of the 6 world championship titles playing in Super Tournament.
So crazy. He was the best in the world, but it was a long time ago. PartinG here now back to prove himself, but he's got to get through RagnaroK. I think it's doable. But I also think it's very possible RagnaroK plays solid and also comes through on top.
I think overall RagnaroK is a better player than PartinG right now. But PartinG is very good in tournaments, so I would not be surprised if he takes him down.
Okay, game 1 is ready.
Start.
Let's go.
Game start.
Player 1, PartinG.
Player 2, RagnaroK.
Nice.
Storm Gaming, RagnaroK.
Storm Gaming is just Korean for player 2.
Yeah, don't be confused at home. So we've got another PvZ. I really thought the Hurricane Rogue games are going to be longer, but I guess not. Now, PartinG is, I guess, the closest you can get to crazy the same way SOS is.
His gate is on top of his ramp. There's a forge.
A Frage.
This is, I've never been less surprised than I am right now.
Now, he used to do this rarely enough that it was kind of a surprise if he did it in a series, but I feel like he's leaning on this more and more, and I'm worried that PartinG could end up making himself obsolete if this starts to become something commonplace every time he plays, and everybody just hard counters it.
Yeah, this is a really good spot for this.
He sees it now. He should not be running like that right there because...
I think he wants drones to come down, to be honest.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because you just make the pylon wall, right?
You're right. Oh!
Yeah. He has this really well mapped out. This is something about PartinG, is he is extremely good at mapping out very powerful moves. Okay, now does this turn into a wow? Look at that. Does this turn into roaches or spines from RagnaroK? We're going to see in a second. Okay,
yeah.
It's going to be roaches. From PartinG, does he go robo with this?
Keep in mind, as the cannons finish, he'll have control of the ramp. We don't have any drones on the low ground yet, so if he doesn't cancel the hatch and run away, then there's no other expansions that can come up. A cannon is now warping in before the, after the 2 spine crawlers have come in. Bear in mind, the position here of the spawning pool is incredibly impactful. If he loses the spawning pool,
yes,
no spine crawlers, no Zerglings, at least not until a new one is made.
I feel like he should really make another couple cannons up there. I don't know the full strategy he's going for with that second gateway, but the spines could end up killing the cannons, especially with a few lings popping out or roaches popping out. And if you take control of the high ground, then you've held.
Okay, he needs to shimmy these spine crawlers over there and start helping defend. Now he's targeting 1 spine down. Can that 1 spine on the right hit anything?
The one on the very right? I don't think so.
Oh, it
can.
does.
Never mind.
Okay, sorry.
Stupid.
It'd be hard to call that. So
It's
the
actually-
hatchery goes down. This cannon is going to finish, driving out the 4 lings.
Well, Zealot popped out, so I guess that can come up and help a little bit.
Yeah, he needs to target down that one in the back. Oh! What? You're funny. Okay, he gets 1 spine. Ooh.
That's it. It's held. Huh. Kinda
Yeah,
weird.
and as he gets rid of the stuff here on the high ground, I mean,
He's making shield batteries on the low ground. This is not going to work at all. PartinG's in very
I don't
much
think
trouble.
so.
Very much trouble indeed.
The problem is that PartinG intellectually is very aware of his position, but of course you got to keep trying, right? But this is very discouraging right now because with no vision on the high ground, and pretty soon here no pylon.
Yeah, this is so not working at this point. I think when you see the spines, you have to really double down on your high ground cannons. I'm not an expert in cannon rushing by any means. I know that it has come to quite an art, quite a science even, thanks to some very good cannon Russians like Printaf and whatnot. But I think the moment that you see the spines, you just have to build enough cannons that they can't push you so quickly through with them. But I'm not 100% on it.
I don't know.
It felt like once they take the high ground, the push is done because you can't see up anymore. That's it.
You know, one of the reasons why we don't see cannon rushes more often is that you experience it so much as you grow on the ladder that eventually it's just, you know, if you're going to be playing all day, probably it's better to try to learn how to play more standard. Now, the problem is that because you organically end up teching into Ravagers when you do builds like this, it's very easy to then dismantle the Protoss in a counterattack, and that's what we're seeing here.
Good
Look
micro.
at that.
I mean,
What about 4 giant alien stalkers against 1 actual stalker? Who wins?
which is also an alien stalker.
Not to that stalker, it's not. GG!
Okay. Tailed cannon rush, unfortunately there for PartinG. RagnaroK holding his cool, and holding that very, very well.
So now we go to game 2. I would actually not be surprised if PartinG does another cannon rush somewhere in here. I don't think it's going to be in game 2. The problem is that, and maybe I'm over analyzing this, but it really does seem to telegraph an unfortunate future here for PartinG. You know, you go into a cannon rush in game 1, which, by the way, you were saying you're not surprised by it. I'm not surprised by it, but I mean, what is he going to do in game 2? PartinG has always leaned more towards timing attacks, more towards rushes, more towards cheese. He can do macro though. He is not bad in a late game, but he is much better at the prior. So
every game I remember of his is a rush with fantastic micro.
With
His
perfect
control
micro
has always been outstanding. His timing attacks have always been outstanding. And I think that is his strength set.
Okay.
No shame in that.
Game 2 is ready. PartinG versus RagnaroK.
Start.
Don't interrupt me, GSL voice.
Don't you macro shame him.
Player 1.
Oh my god,
PartinG.
12 pool?
A lot of woos here in the audience.
The StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void equivalent of the 4 pool, the 12 pool.
Yeah.
12 pool.
Storm Gaming. RagnaroK.
Literally a macro build in StarCraft 1.
I know. You're like, oh, that's pretty good. That can work against anything. In StarCraft 2, whoa.
Well, if
This
you
guy
tried
is crazy.
If you tried to cannon rush, you'd be in trouble, that's for sure.
Well, I would imagine RagnaroK's confidence is through the roof here.
Yeah, I think if you hold a cannon rush like that and then just walk across the map and kill him, you probably feel pretty good. And especially considering RagnaroK versus Hurricane. Like, Hurricane played very well, but Hurricane, I think, chokes a little bit more than RagnaroK on average in general. So, yeah.
All right.
Wait, PartinG straight up didn't scout.
No, he did not.
Uh-oh. Well,
Now,
12 pools are
Zergs
not
don't
scary if
normally
you scout them at all.
Yeah, one thing is that, oh, and this is even smarter. Stuff like this makes it even less likely you're going to be scouting right away.
Yeah. He's going to get there, and there's not going to be any units. And guess what? The pylon dies. And guess what then? The game is over.
What does the pylon do? Does that make attacking units Artosis? Do you return resources to it?
It powers things.
Oh.
See that building there? That Protoss barracks? It's not going to be able to make anything.
Oh, PartinG is shaking his head. Now he's laughing, but not like, haha, this is funny laugh, like, I hate this.
Good micro by PartinG. You can really see he's very good.
He's a great player, but
yeah.
I mean, this is
unwinnable.
This
the amount of damage that this is.
This is equipment breaking, infuriating, by the way, right now.
Just the amount of probes that he's losing is so crazy.
See how if this Zealot has enough zeal to save the day. Oh!
Oh, if he had gotten that before the Zealot finished.
Woo-wee. Uh-oh. There's one probe. Keeping it on lock. He's like, don't worry about gas. I'll mine all the gas this game. Oh. Something bad must have happened at the entrance. So Zerg's getting drones from here. Had that pylon been killed, we would already be doing camera shots of the studio here.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay.
Oh, very nice drill there, saving that probe. I really thought that one was going to fall. So it is 13 probes against 19 drones. This is massively favored for RagnaroK because he can just drone up. So that's probably an adept being made, yeah. I think that is the best thing that he could try to do. Does he attack his own hatch?
Well, that's not a strategy. So
it is if you really want to clown on PartinG.
Yeah.
But yeah, a good counter actually to early non-speeded Zerglings attacking you is to make 2 adepts. Because then they don't have Zergling speed, so it's really hard for them to kill the adepts, and you can just kind of run around and kill a lot of drones.
Very true.
1 adept is a lot harder than 2 to do.
Now, on some level, we were probably, I think it's okay to chalk up the 12-pool opening to maybe PartinG doing another cannon rush and RagnaroK trying to hard counter it, but in a twist of fate, this build also hard countered the lack of scouting that PartinG did, which is putting PartinG in a pretty terrible position. Now the adept goes down. I just saw PartinG once again shake his head. This is a pro gamer's nightmare, what we're seeing PartinG go through here. This is, like, seriously, every step of the way, another black eye for PartinG in this best of 5 so far.
Oh man, 6 roaches seems like enough to me.
7 is a lucky number, though, Artosis.
Seems like overkill, even. Well, with speed on the way, a bunch of roaches that are going to walk across the map.
In a normal game, this might not work, but because PartinG has taken such a beating throughout this game, it should be easy for RagnaroK to topple the natural expansion of PartinG. And by the way, PartinG continuing to curse and shake his head in his booth as he's, I think, well aware of what's happening here.
How many shield batteries would we have to give PartinG for free right now to be able to hold this? Is there any amount?
I don't know.
If we give him 15 shield batteries, could he hold this?
Give him shield batteries in that entire area, then Zerg doesn't attack it because there's so many batteries you can't mine their minerals.
You need to kill them all to get there, and then there could be an immortal out by the time you got there.
Okay, GG. Can PartinG come back 3-0? I hope so. But right now, RagnaroK is looking to take this pretty easily.
Yeah, looking strong, I guess. I mean, he stopped the cannon rush and then did a 12 pool against a Protoss that didn't scout. Those are, those are wins. I did say that this would look like this. All right.
Well, I feel for PartinG. This is obviously incredibly vexing, but I'll tell you what, man, I don't think Game 2 is really indicative of what Game 3 has to look like. I mean, he was just, like, blindsided by this really unusual build. Like, what on earth are those Lings doing there? Now, that being said, PartinG did open with a cannon rush, and he's already been so known for cannon rushing lately. I'm not surprised RagnaroK mixes it up and goes for a 12 pull to possibly hard counter a cannon rush, and then ends up winning in a twist of fate to by hard countering another build. But what about Game 3? I think PartinG needs to play it safe. He needs to play it conservative.
Tasteless. He needs a cannon rush.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
It's New Repugnance. He needs a cannon rush.
Let's see what he does. Game 3 has loaded up.
Game start. Player 1, PartinG.
Oh, it's on camera.
Storm Gaming, RagnaroK.
How is he going to make cannons without his forge?
Yeah, that is the question, isn't it?
Thank you, everybody, for joining us here at the Super Tournament, by the way. If this is the last game, I just want to remind everybody this is a 4-day marathon tournament. So we're going to be back tomorrow and the next 2 days. It starts 5 p.m. KST instead of 6:30 p.m. KST when we normally start. So we do hope you guys join us for each of these days here. This is a lot of fun. This is my favorite tournament to do here in Korea.
And it's already been, it is a cannon rush. Oh my god.
Oh!
But with a low ground wall, so it's like a cannon rush into, you know, just an expansion instead.
Oh, we don't have the player cams up on the big screen. We've got those beautiful Mountain Dew logos instead. But I really would like to see what RagnaroK's facial expressions are right now to tell you guys.
Look at him commit so heavily to try stopping this. Look at this serve, try so hard.
He's going to try so bad to win. He wants to go to the round of 8 so bad. It's like he loves his computer game so much. Nice block there. Cannon.
Yeah, really well executed, I would say. And in fact, I do say.
He did say. So what if all these pylons die, Artosis?
Oh, that would be a problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't... Wait a minute. Is this just math out where you can kind of get that last one? I don't know the math on cannon rushes, guys. No, it doesn't.
Oops. Well.
Justice is served.
All right, he's going to try to spine, I guess?
Oh, gosh, yeah, I guess the cannons don't actually hit the hatchery from there.
That's so funny. Okay. Cybernex core on the way. I think when you do the low ground wall, I think you need to go Stargate with them. Not 100% sure, but...
I feel like we could get a time travel in here from the past and come in here and say, oh, this is when Tastosis went derelict and had to cast ladder games.
Yeah.
Roach Warren's coming.
But yeah, I think you need to go Stargate from here because otherwise Ravagers just kill you because you don't have a high ground to hide from
Void Ray.
Or, yeah, or Oracles, but yeah, maybe a Void Ray.
So in some cannon rushes, we've seen variants where you go for a robo and then you try to push with Immortals. I don't think you can do that here because there's too much creep. You don't have a premium real estate at the ramp where you can kind of control circulation. I believe one of the cannons can at least hit Zerglings and drones. Wait, you can hit
yeah,
if they
would hit
the top,
coming
right?
down. They would hit coming down, but just because he has the low ground, yeah. Like if you have it, your forge on top of your ramp, it's much easier to stop the Ravagers from just killing you.
Right.
But like the Ravagers will beat everything early game except flying units. So you get the flying units and you kind of are safe against everything. It's kind of interesting that he throws down a layer on base here. Maybe for a Nidus? Wow. There was nothing spotting that.
Oh, I was
just
trying to figure that out. I'm like, did he make a sentry I don't see and there's a hallucinated
no,
Phoenix
it's
there?
a big mistake there from RagnaroK.
RagnaroK.
I love this one stalker on the map by himself.
Go get him. Go. No. Yes. Soul Train. Soul Train. Oh. Okay. Get back here. Soul Train. Soul Train.
How many overlords are we going to lose here?
At least 2.
Thanks.
That's why I'm a caster Artosis. This is a Sesame Street casting where I teach everybody about numbers.
Yeah. How many Ravagers
If you don't keep up, I'm going to replace you with Big Bird real fast. Oh, this Stalker is a hero.
That's
3
so
kills. Come at me.
He's going one base Nidus. I told you, full NA, man. Look at what we're watching here. This is crazy. Cannon rush into Oracle with a Stalker walk around the map by himself killing things versus one hatch, one base Nidus.
Get him. Get the queen.
Get him.
That's the queen. That's the leader of the base. Now it's chaos. Run. No, no, no. He's got it. Oh, okay. Well, his death was not in vain. Uh-oh.
Right on top of the cannon.
But what's he going to run through there? That Ravager's got to run back up there now. What's in there?
Oh, that's a good question.
GG!
He was going to put that queen through, but then he realized that the cannon could get
Yes! Yes! PartinG is coming back.
queen. Okay, what is our next map? Year
Who
0.
cares?
You know what? I'm feeling Cannon Rush. What about
I think
you?
so. Well, it depends on how excited Amon acts when he sees the Cannon Rush. He can't keep his big mouth closed. You got to avoid Amon when Game of Thrones comes out each episode. He won't shut up about what happened, man.
Him and his spine crawler lips.
I know. Well, RagnaroK is probably... My mouth is getting tired. We've cast it for so long straight. Uh-oh, someone wants a break. It's young PartinG running across. Potty time, I would say.
Well, he's got to go and figure out what build to do now that it's 0-0, right? Going into game 4. Big map. Amon's there.
Amon, my boy Amon's there.
I'm pretty sure he created the Protoss and the Zerg. So
I want to run down there and give him a fortune cookie. Then he opens it. It's just Cannon Rush.
he opens it and explodes like a baneling.
So going into this game, we've seen 2 Cannon Rushes so far. They were both a little bit different. Some of that game, though, the one that PartinG won, seemed to come down to Overlords just carelessly being left out.
That didn't help. That didn't help.
Well, when you're on one base, you can't afford to lose anything unnecessarily like that. It does mess up how much you're incrementing stuff out.
Taking cannon shots on his Ravagers as well.
Taking cannon shots even on that
wasn't
Nidus
good.
there was, there was a lot of things.
Well, he had no units anyways. Or you can send your drones?
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean just because it's bad, I'll make it worse.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe PartinG can come back here.
You should be able to
Cannon
put
Rush.
spores through a Nidus, don't you think?
Huh? Wait, what?
How funny would that be? You could put a spore through a Nidus.
I like that.
Sounds fair.
I think it's fine. I think you should be able to transfuse through the Nidus onto whatever's on the other side.
They should just have global cast range.
I think so, yeah. Why not?
It's like thoughts and prayers, you know?
Exactly.
My queen's thoughts and prayers are with my roaches on the other side of the map.
Except it works. All right, going into game 4, PartinG wiggling around a little bit. He knows that he has to just win 2 more games. RagnaroK probably not too thrilled that he kind of screwed up in that last game. Cannon Rush? I hope so. Let us pray to the big block of cheese in the sky as we go into game 4, PartinG versus RagnaroK. In our last best of 5 of the night here at the GSL SuperTournament.
Game start.
Woo! Oh, oh!
That was one of his first probes that left.
Damn right it is,
Player
Artosis.
1.
Or maybe just a
PartinG.
Probes are for building and not for mining. Get him.
Oh, he's going to cannon rush on the side of the base, maybe?
He's going to cannon rush Amon. We've never seen Amon can cannon rush.
Psystorm Gaming. RagnaroK.
It's either proxy gate or, yeah, okay, so it's proxy gates.
He's going to cannon rush those
He's going to knock those rocks
down. Yeah, thank you.
He's going to get so confused when a bunch of speed lots go through there in the late game. He's like, what?
Yeah. In the late game? What are you talking about, Artosis? Late game is right when that hatchery gets gunned down by cannons normally. So we've got a gateway over here.
Yeah, he's got to go like 2 or 3 gate at least. This is not something that you're going to be used to playing against.
Something we're not used to casting, man.
No.
This is a treat.
There it is. Well, it's something that we never really see. My thought is it definitely could kill. Like you probably don't even get gas.
What a day of twists, Artosis. What if PartinG wins here? And as he's winning in his final game, he types in Hurricane is a Targaryen. What then, Artosis? Oh, he's got water in his mouth. Don't choke.
I don't even know what that how that would change anything. Hurricane being a Targaryen.
He's fireproof?
Wow, that's sick.
He didn't read the books, guys. Hold on. Oh, look at that hatch. Just asking to get its ass kicked. More zealots. More.
Wow,
Yes,
he's getting a
good.
cybernetics
More
too.
zealots. Yes.
Is this going to turn into something with shield batteries? Or is... Well, I guess he's going to go into stalkers from here? That would make sense. Yeah.
Nothing makes sense.
Everything
is
makes
chaos.
sense.
Okay. I'm looking at RagnaroK right now.
Insta-cancel.
Yep. A little bit of sodium in here.
Spines. Well, the spines can help you if they get over near the ramp, but once he has range units out, they're not going to do as well.
No gateways back at home. The queen has to be microed pretty carefully here. One zealot here to try to drive it away. It's going to eat a little bit of damage when it's off creep because it's so slow off creep. Right now, RagnaroK is supply blocked, and Overlord is on the way, though.
Oh, he sent one adept home, I think, to deal with those. I like that. Where is it? Yeah, it's almost there. Okay. I like that move quite a bit. And now he's going to have adepts out as well. Quite a few spines in the main base, though, of RagnaroK. Where do you go from here, PartinG?
I have
Stargate
no
again?
idea.
Robo? I don't know. I just don't have any idea. Whoa, that's a great place to expand. How are you ever going to scout that?
Yeah, even Amon can't see that far.
He's not sure what's the bottom of his map.
He has no idea. No, he's only in that,
feel
in
bad
that front
for him.
row seat.
Yeah.
If you go to late game on this map, you're both fighting over the bottom. He doesn't know what's going on at all. He's got to rely off game sounds at that point in time.
It's terrible.
He's just reading Twitch chat on his giant iPhone that he has and trying to
Yes,
figure out what's going
He has to
on.
rely on the smell. He
Yeah.
smells of those tentacles coming out of his mouth. That's rough. The burning metal smell of Protoss units dying. It's not fun.
Pylon unpowered, or gateways unpowered, excuse me.
I love that he's going to do a Baneling bust. This is... What a wonderful series to have in SuperTournament. You know how many great players didn't qualify that are watching this series right now, shaking their heads?
Lots of people in gold are like, well, this is what my games look like, so... No, I feel part of this. Is the Baneling bus going to work? I feel like it should, right?
Yes.
I mean, with Zealots don't have any finesse against Banelings.
Not too much.
They're not like, well, I'm going to be killed in this fancy way that makes it less cost efficient. Not really.
One at a time is as best you can do.
Yeah. Draw straws and go for it.
He's almost got his, oh god, he's
oh, it's an Oracle too. Oh, he's like, this way he won't get the satisfaction of destroying my own wall.
Oh my god, yeah, there's no probe out to remake the pylon or anything. Those zealots are just chilling near the gates. Oh no, Tasteless.
Uh-oh. Oh my god. Okay, now he's getting the surround off. Now, luckily that Oracle was over there. If the Oracle was not there, it would have been much worse. Those are a lot of Lings that could have been turned into Banelings, by the way. You know, when you're this low on hatcheries, it really does start to matter how, you know, what damage the Lings do.
Yeah.
But this game is, at this point in time, several dumpsters on fire. If I had to describe it one way.
Let's just lie and be like, okay, the game's normalizing now.
This
so he's got the zealot wall over the ramp and the natural.
This is an island of garbage surrounded by an oil spill that's on fire, is what this game is, okay? There are pelicans.
Very much so.
Pelicans are landing in the oil because it's shining. They don't know it's bad for them. Everything is terrible. There are baby penguins covered in black goo. It is just, everything is bad, okay?
And everything has six-pack holders on it.
Everything, yeah.
They're becoming parts
turtles,
of it.
multiple plastic straws
They
coming
can
out
use
of the
them like
nose.
snorkels.
Yeah, it looks like that guy from Hellraiser. Everything is just, it's bad, okay? I don't know what else to say. But
well,
the show must go on, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Tasteless, the game normalizes.
Yeah.
RagnaroK on 3 bases, no problem.
BP has apologized, and we will now try to go back to the semblance of a normal game.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to ever see that.
Yep. Tell you what we will never see is these gateways get power again. You know.
He's trying so hard.
I consulted my tarot cards, and it is not good for these 3 gateways.
I don't know how he thinks he's going to kill him.
I know. But maybe if he sends probes out like 5 more times and just, you know, tries.
just keeps
he makes a few more oracles just to defend that.
This is See, now I would have those powered right now, because I would have rushed up to a Warp Prism. The Circlings can't stop that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
PartinG's a dummy, man. Why doesn't he go Warp Prism? That can power buildings too, PartinG. This is my ideas, PartinG.
I think even RagnaroK surprised those lings got in there. He's like, what? Oh, God.
Get him. What?
I feel like I'm watching, you know those big sumo outfits they make people wear?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm watching two people fight on that with a bunch of, like slippery mud on the ground, and it's just...
Awesome.
Yes, it's glorious, yes.
Glorious.
One roach to rule them all.
Well, one roach, if he micros this, he can kill this one.
Technically, you can kite that zealot.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He lured the zealot out. It was a trick. Got
you thought
now.
I wasn't going to kite, but I wasn't. All right. Oh, what? Okay.
There you go. That'll clean it up. Now he's got to know there's a hatch on the map.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here he comes now. Uh-oh. Now RagnaroK's in trouble.
Uh-oh. Are we going to be going to game 4? Oh.
A little bit indecisiveness there.
Oh, God. I didn't realize there was a pylon there.
Again.
Yeah.
Tasteless, do you see any corruptors?
What?
Do you see any corruptors?
I don't see any. No.
So if he had a Warp Prism, that would still be power gamers.
Nice.
I've never seen such an obvious misplay at the pro level, Tasteless.
At least that hatchery at the bottom right kind of balances out the feng shui of the entire map control here.
You know what tilts me is that one gateway that's like further from the other two gates. I just want them all to be flush with each other. You know?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he's really angry at these now. Turn on your oracles, save the gates!
Got a probe down there fast! Uh-oh. Okay, Blink is coming.
Blink. Forge.
I don't know, man.
We're getting into
such a weird game.
Like, I guess, disruptor tech? Right?
Yeah, I guess.
It couldn't be Colossus. There's no way.
They could try to gun down these Ravagers. That's going to make the Warp Prism safe for when the push comes in.
Sure. But Infestation Pit's on the way. On 2 base.
There's that black hole they spotted. There's a couple of those black holes they saw in outer space just on this map. It was there all along. Uh-oh, we're going to finally get a shot of Amon. Nope. Shine doesn't want to show us Amon.
Viewers are complaining. It's too
Amon's
scary.
a little bit shy. Amon's had that sign he wants to show the entire time. He's got some meme that he thinks is funny.
I love tastosis.
Yeah. He's got a meme he thinks
Kill
is funny.
the animals.
Yeah, he doesn't know it's upside down. Yeah, kill the animals. Save the animals.
No regrets, you need a shoe.
Good luck to all the runners.
Swarm Host on 2 base. All right.
Swarm Host
against Blink Colossus. This is what I thought was going to happen. When I saw the proxy 3 gate, I was like, you know what's probably this is going to
Before this series started, I thought it was going to be 3 gate into Baneling, into not Baneling, into expand, into 4 or 5 pylons powering that into not doing anything.
Yeah.
Into where we are now. But, you know, you can't always just say all that because, you know, if you're wrong, you're going to look like you're going to be a laughing stock.
We don't want to spoil it either, is the thing.
No spoiler, Reno.
He's not going to knight us in the main. He's going to knight us on the side.
Or what's that drone doing there?
Well, just like PartinG was fixated on the gates, he's fixated on mining from that base.
The drone's not going to return that mineral over there. He's like, society owes me. Okay, I see. He's going to spot.
Well, that's a good way to kill that base. But when the Colossus push comes with Blink Stalkers, something RagnaroK would never expect because no one's done it since Heart of the Swarm, I don't know if those Swarm Hosts are going to be very helpful.
Okay. Look out, PartinG. Now, I don't think there's enough to protect this. If he targets down this Nexus, there's no way this survives.
Yeah, the force fields actually weren't good. They were really, really wasteful. Like, if you wanted to save it, you had to spend like 4 force fields pushing them out of range.
Yeah, even then, it's pretty futile.
Yeah.
Try to keep that alive, you know? It's just...
But this does give him a little hope, I think, right? Because you can run away from Locusts with your army. And he's getting a reasonable army considering those don't fight straight up. Okay, Spire coming up.
Okay,
wow.
Unfortunately that Knight is right in plain sight.
My gosh.
That's going to buy him a little bit of time. Not much room to initiate here as a Zerg.
Well, you watch 30 Speedlings run away from 2 Stalkers.
Oh,
no! No!
Oh, Amon. He's shaking his head too.
He's looking away from those force fields like I didn't see
shaking
that.
my head. Well, charge is almost done, Artosis. You gonna make me cast everything here, huh?
Tasis, I don't know what to say.
All right.
Spire's gonna be finishing up.
I think the Colossi need Blink just to make this crazier. I mean, they look like Stalkers anyways.
It's got a prism, right? It's kind of like Blink.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
He needs a Phoenix to drive that away. You know what he needs is Void Rays with this army. It's the only thing missing. Let's screw Heart of the Swarm. Let's go back to Wings of Liberty.
Okay. He's going to go on the run here. Use some of that cooldown.
This is a tiny army from RagnaroK.
That was very nicely done by PartinG. He suffered very little from that.
Yeah. And he's got this long cooldown now. So moving forward very, very quickly, clearing the creep.
I don't know if the Spine Crawlers can survive until the next wave, the wave of Locust is out.
They're giving off a green gas. You can tell they're getting ready.
Yeah, that gas is, yeah, I guess that helped make the Locust. Yeah.
Oh my god. See, you get all the way back here. Oh, yes. Now back up, back up, back up. Run away. What?
Yeah, nice.
Just in case he was going to dive his own creep tumor there.
This is in case he wanted to run his Swarmos into the Colossi. Well, I gotta say, this is looking pretty good.
Oh, what's this though? Mutalisks. Recalls his Stalkers. Now the Mutalisks need to go back over there and kill the Colossus. Oh, I guess there's actually quite a few Stalkers left.
Yeah, it's more than I realized, actually.
All right, it's time to make geysers all over the map.
Yeah, there's been drones pulled here. He's gonna come back and try to sandwich this. Look at these. Okay, this is no. This is the game that we deserve, guys. This is an amazing game. This is awesome.
I am loving this.
My whole career has led up to this moment. GG!
All right, tied up 2-2. We're gonna see game 5.
I'm so glad we don't have any more of those stupid Maru stats games. Yes.
See PartinG almost overwhelmed.
Oh,
his World Championship, nothing next to the game he just played.
That's right.
Woo! That was what? It's hard to beat the visual.
That was more beautiful than that plastic bag blowing around in the wind in American Beauty. Okay, that was quintessential RTS magnificence.
That was what most RTS games look like.
Yes.
Most StarCraft games, the ladder look like that. Right?
Yes. Whatever you say. I'm going with it.
This is the best series of the night.
What's most important is one of these two players is going to go on to the round of 8 and then win the entire tournament.
Oh, I hope so.
More cannon rushes.
Hurricane right now is trying to figure out who he's going to meet in the round of 4. He's over there. He's talking to stats. He's like, "Do you think you're going to beat GuMiho?" "I think you're going to beat GuMiho." "Okay, I'm going to start practicing PvP now."
Okay. This music perfectly matches what these games are.
Well, wait for the drop.
Yeah. Ready the wubs. Oh, drums now. Yeah, no, this music really does represent these games. This is the artistic interpretation of what that last game was.
Oh,
Let the music just play and feel it. Now this music is talking about that second cannon rush. You got to play this song and repeat over and over to this entire series.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Speaking of submarines.
Now, this part of the song, this played when the drones were attacking that second base and there was nothing there to help. All right. Game.
Oh my God, Tasteless. I just said, speaking of submarines, because in my own head I was making a joke to myself about how his glasses look like they're the windows on a submarine. And we're going into Port Alexander. But then I said, speaking of submarines, and I realized no one ever said submarines out loud.
You're schizophrenic. The funny thing is, I'm so tired because it's like hour 5. I would have been like, no, you make a good point. I wouldn't have even noticed. Oh my God. Can we start this game? Why is this taking so long?
They're not ready.
All right.
The world isn't ready.
My cats are probably dead, okay? They haven't been fed in so long. I need to get back home. Okay, we finally loaded it up. Jesus.
Game
Let's go.
start.
Game start.
Whew. All right.
Please, Cannon Rush, please.
God, please.
Player 1. PartinG.
Crowd is hype about PartinG right
man.
now.
I want him to go all the way.
Well deserved.
I'm done with the scumbag Zerg trying to go in a late game.
Storm Gaming. RagnaroK.
Don't you dare accuse RagnaroK of trying to go into late game. Don't you dare, Tasteless. My God. Went 1 base layer into 2 base.
We've got to completely switch how we talk about this entire matchup. It's like, well, as we know, the normal PvZ meta is to cannon rush every game, but you got to every once in a while go into a macro game where it's going to become, you know, a little bit too easy to play around.
Trick is, in some games you should show a sentry, but you can't do that before a cannon rush.
Just in case they decide to actually hide their overlords instead of letting you kill them. Oh, are we out of water over here? That's fine. I don't like being hydrated anyways.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So.
Fake the cannon rush.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it, bro.
Yeah, he's not biting.
Well, what is PartinG going to do now? He's
Yeah,
already made the bold
Nexus.
move of not making a forge here.
And he's scouted, both in the same game. Never thought I'd see it happen.
Yeah. We don't have anything to say, guys. I'm sorry. We were ready for a cannon rush. It's not going to happen. In all seriousness, though, I mean, I would love to see PartinG move on. No disrespect to RagnaroK, but when you have these players who were so dominant in the past come back and actually have,
He's in SuperTournament, and he's in GSL Codes Season 2.
Yeah.
So he qualified. There were some very good players that didn't make it. Bunny didn't make it this season into GSL Codes I'm talking about. MC didn't make it. Sarah didn't make it. Tasia didn't make it. You know, but PartinG's in there, and he's here in this round of 16, so it's legit.
Is he going to go back to some kind of a Soul Train push?
Yes.
I hope so.
Yes. If he makes a Stargate, I'll be so surprised. No, he's not going to make a Stargate, of course. He's already made a Sentry and Warp Gate and a Stalker. That's when you really get him, though.
That's when you're serial. So that Overlord is going to be able to get over by the fan. And we'll have to make a Phoenix, a hallucinated Phoenix, and then kill it off. And there's that Robo. Beautiful, beautiful Robo.
Yeah. I believe we're just going to see a 2-base push. He's very good at that. Overlord speed on the way here for RagnaroK. And I think that's a good idea. I think he's very confident if it's not an insane game. If he has any idea of what's going on at any point, that he'll win. I don't think he should be that confident, but you know RagnaroK, man. He's just so cocky and arrogant.
Let me see how long we've been live for. Oh, good. It's all right. Guess what time it is, Artosis?
10:20.
5:20, man. No, 10:20.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I don't know what's going on. Well, no, we've been live for 5 hours and 20 minutes.
Speaking of submarines.
Speaking of submarines, man, right? Oh, I'm so tired. Okay.
Mortal on the way. He's making a Roach Horn at home.
All right. Sentries have an attack, but it's not very good, as we can see here.
Observer.
You know,
second.
it looks like the Sentry attack would be stronger, considering we get to see the beam actually fire across. you know?
Yeah, but I think of it more like the Ghostbusters weapon that just grabs ghosts. It's like, yeah, I'm sure that hurts, but like it's for ghosts, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that that's what the Sentry Beam is. Like if you were to call somebody because of ghosts, it would be the Sentry in StarCraft 2 at least.
Do you remember before you played in the Courage tournament like a decade ago, and I was like, are you ready for the tournament? And you said, it's going to be like the Ghostbusters where I throw down the vault and all these nerds disappear. Did I say that? Yeah, you said that. Oh, I was losing my mind. It was so funny.
Yeah, it didn't work out like that. Turns out.
No, I'm afraid not.
I crossed the beam, Stace.
Yeah.
Wasn't any good.
Okay, a very modest little push coming up here.
This is really interesting. I think he's ready to recall if need be.
Yeah.
And he's getting +1 and making more mortals.
Seems like the goal here is to try to shave off whatever you can.
Yeah.
In the hopes that you can make this stack up later on. The War Prism kind of comes down here and begins to meet up with the rest of this. Funny, he just picks up 1 Immortal. Did I see that correctly?
Yeah, just 1 Immortal. This is actually looking like a modified version of something Patience does all the time. You know, pushing out with a very small amount of units, forcing units, going into glaives, and just a timing attack and all in with this. And he's actually catching RagnaroK trying to go into Hydra. It's not a very high drone Hydra, but I actually think that PartinG has a good chance of winning this, if I'm not mistaken.
Cheeky recall. Now notice he was really targeting down creep tumors. There was actually an opportunity for the Immortal to fight the Ravager, and he really instead wanted to get the creep tumors. So it seems like it's very important that he has, that he has enough surface area behind all this to basically fall back onto, you know?
Ooh, this is so funny. Look at that weird little army that we have from RagnaroK. The 1 Ravager and all the wings.
That's his hero
He's
unit.
like the general or something.
Yeah, that Ravager is actually RagnaroK.
Slick back hair.
RagnaroK pomades his hair. We talked about that. We have the push coming out here now.
Here we go.
What is 1 Ravager going to do?
+1 melee is going to finish pretty soon. That's pretty scary.
What is the deal with this 1 Ravager? This is so weird.
I think it's to trick him.
Uh-oh. Is that a tight wall in?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's kind of scary, though. Now he sees that glaives are done, so knows to do nothing but make units. He's got to line those sentries at the top a little bit better. Might be some surface area.
And meanwhile, this attack's going to start up. He needs to get force fields and lock the Hydras on the other side.
Actually taking a bit of damage on that Immortal. He's got to use his Prism and pop that up. It's getting very low. Oh my God, good forward. Force fields.
Yeah, really abusing that ridge there. Party beginning to come forward.
Oh my God.
Drones are pulled, but they didn't have to be sacrificed in that fight. Looks like PartinG making another warping round over here. He's going to try to push in through the bottom. Again, no Warp Prism over here for now. This is a really bad position for this 1 orange Warp Prism, or Immortal, excuse me.
Okay, well, you know, if RagnaroK can somehow hold this, he's in great shape. But look at that, the drone's being pulled. He's getting pretty scared.
And that's exactly when you want to kite. Draw these drones away from the minerals, get him to get gunned down. He takes out 7 so far. He can't even afford to have those drones go back unless he has more up here to fight. Instead, he sends them back, but I think this might just be too much. I think PartinG's going to do it.
Really looks like that right now. RagnaroK having a hard time holding on here. The drones get pulled once again. The Shade continues and finishes here on top of the Hydras and the drones. Almost nothing left here for RagnaroK, and it looks like PartinG's going to do it.
Oh, PartinG, a little bit of a smile flashed on his face. He knows he's got it. And
RagnaroK's not using his mouse.
2012 World Champion is now in the round of 8 of the GSL Super Tournament in a crazy best-of-5. GG.
Wow. Craziness. Kings never die, Tasteless.
That's right.
PartinG advances the round of 8 of Super Tournament. That is pretty damn legit. RagnaroK is not a slouch right now. I know those games are kind of funky, but I mean, RagnaroK's improved a lot in the last year. He's actually very, very strong at the moment, highly ranked on the ladder. And, you know, it has a slightly different style that I think doesn't get as much respect as it should deserve. But PartinG was able to pull him apart there. And, well, I wouldn't say pull apart. he was able to. That was a demolition derby. Both their cars are destroyed, and we're giving the technicality win here to PartinG because he's leaking less fuel.
That's right. They were taking their monster trucks and running over each other.
Well, that was a night. 19 games.
You know, PartinG's style is actually pretty tricky to play against. Even if you kind of know he's like an offshoot crazy player, it's still hard to adapt. Well, and go back and think about Game 3, a game that looked like RagnaroK made a few small errors and that began to snowball. Wow.
You know, I think if you look at all the players on paper, this would have gone exactly opposite.
Yeah, no kidding.
Our Dark Rogue RagnaroK.
This
probably
was,
looks a little bit more
literally
realistic.
nothing but upsets today.
Wow. That was a very good day one of Super Tournament.
And day 2 is just around the corner. So, tomorrow, Solar SOS, Dear Zest, Hero Patience, and Sue Classic.
That's some very, very good games in there. Couple PvPs.
And my favorite part of all is that there's no Terrans. Warcraft 2, best RTS game of all time.
Well, this is the one way we're going to be able to get rid of some Protosses is to make them play each other. Because today, we tried everything. We threw Maru at him. We threw Rogue at him. We had the knockdown fight of the century, and it didn't work out.
So, we start an hour and a half earlier than we normally cast here at the GSL because it's 4 best-of-5s. That's potentially 20 games, which I think we almost had today. What, we had 19? Yeah. Hence how long tonight was. But we do start earlier so that everybody can get home earlier. Yep.
Long days.
Long days.
Good days. These were great games today. What was your favorite series?
The last one. Hands down.
It was good.
Yeah. My least favorite one was, you know, Maru stats.
That one was kind of dumb.
Go on the late game. Look at me.
Look at me. I invented how to do mech against Protoss in macro games. Yeah, big deal.
Where's your forge, idiot? So,
thank you, even Cannon Rush.
Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. This is a lot of fun. Again, it's going to go on tomorrow and into the weekend. 4-day tournament, just 1 day down. And, yeah, by Sunday night, we'll be crowning a champion for the GSL Super Tournament.
Yeah, that is going to be so much fun. Cannot wait. I just want it to be tomorrow already. It almost is.
It almost is. Give it a little bit of time.
Yeah. Before I know it.
Give it one more best of 5. You're going to be at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
No problem. That's all the time we have, guys. Thank you for joining us. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of the GSL Super Tournament. Bye-bye.
Don't you come back.